Good morning and welcome to Moopsy in the Morning for May the 22nd, 2024. And good morning, Chosen. And yes, we are live in Discord. Hope everyone's having a good morning. I'm doing the dance of wild anticipation because it's only, Tuesday? It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, which means I have today and tomorrow, and then I've got a 4-day weekend. Yay! Which is kind of nice. And then I have, so this makes it a 4-day week this week, and next week's a 4-day week, and after that, we are in June, which is the beginning of my wind down of the working world, dropping back my hours a little bit, and we'll continue to do so for a while I get everything kind of stabilized here. But Frost and my son and a few other people are doing the, you can retire. So yeah, I am probably going to be retired shortly. In the sense of I'm not going to be working. Not in the sense of I'm not going to be working. Good morning, Chris. Yeah, I'm drinking some coffee here. So this is coming into the last of my, is this Nigerian? Yeah, Nigerian coffee. Nigerian? Kenya coffee, sorry. I'll be buying out Event 3 of the event campaign when it comes to console. Yeah, I was talking with DT yesterday. He bought it out, and he has to go 2 days into the new meta event to be completed with it.
Priority clearance recognition, Alpha 1.
It's a Pi subscription. Pi, thank you. 57 of these. Holy crud. We've been doing this for almost 5 years. Jeez. Ow. Ow, that's a long time. I should go back and see if I can find one of the original ones and see what kind of POS that was. Okay, so on the campaign progress, I'm at 3,400 of 4,200, so getting there. So how are you doing, Pi? No worries, Pi. I changed my notifications, but I'm still hoping that it's actually going to let me know when you go live with your show. So that's one of my favorite things now is when the weather's a little bit, or when the temperature's a little bit cooler at night, and I'm getting ready for bed, and you're going on, put you on, I can just sit there and veg out with you and enjoy in the evenings. The gameplay's fun. To which I have been playing a new phone game, which doesn't qualify for your stuff, but if you are a physics game person, I've been playing a game called Destination, which is you have to get the ball into a hole and you have to bounce it off surfaces to get it there. And it starts out pretty simple, and then they throw in things like, well, this shape doesn't appear till you've gone through it once. Then you have to calculate for that one. But this shape, once you've used it, disappears. So you can't assume it'll be there for a second hit. So it's one of those, oh, it can't take me more than 2 minutes to figure this one out. 15 minutes later, nope. How about if, no, then it won't go there. And oh yeah, that'll work. Try it. Nope, missed something. I'm enjoying it. Not that I'm ever going to be a big gamer, and certainly not as good as you guys are, but it's enjoyable. House of Da Vinci games. Interesting. There is a push on for Star Trek Resurgence. They're going to be doing the Resolute giveaway starting next week. I think it's next week. Tied to that, and maybe I will play that one of these days. But I have other priorities. 6 days, okay. So the Resolute will be out there. It is free to all players. I assume it's an account unlock. Yeah, the game plan had been that we were going to try playing it, and then life. That's how they kind of described it, Chris, so you're probably right. Chris says really feels like a TNG post show. So I'd say that once I get something done, I'll do that, but the reality is I could do it anytime I want to, because other than still emptying out a few more boxes, I still haven't found one computer, and I'm going to assume it disappeared during an event. And I'm going to be upset if that happened, but fortunately it didn't have much information on it. And I haven't found my winter coat. So hopefully I'll find the winter coat. I have a sneaky suspicion I threw it in with some of Farn's stuff when I was bagging up all of that. Which means it's somewhere in the garage. But the garage is at the point where I can almost put my car in the garage. Woo! Oh, it's coming to Steam tomorrow. Perfect. There you go. Yeah, I have Steam, and I can't use Epic because it just won't connect to my Star Trek Online. I've got Steam as my backup for Star Trek Online. So aside from nothing really coming up except for DT's wedding and having to put together a costume for the convention, Epic is poop. I haven't tried it just because I can't get it to work with Star Trek Online. So there's not a lot going on. I have been working on the cookbook, and I'm glad I said that. I have to take one loaf of bread to work. I may have perfected my mappa bread, and I may not have. It's certainly tasty now, but I'm at the point where I'm baking 2 loaves of bread a week, and I'm having to give it away to people because that's a lot of bread for one person. But somebody suggested last night when we were discussing Operation Riposte becoming Operation Ripasta, they said, no, Operation Riposte should become Operation Pot Roast. And you know what? I make a killer pot roast. So we're definitely thinking about an Operation Pot Roast. So let's see what's on the list. Defeat Voth on the ground. Destroy Zenkethi ships in space. Destroy Tholian ships. Well, some of those I can do. If anyone needs to run event or Operation Riposte, let me know. I do like logic puzzles. I will go take a look at it. Because I have so much spare time. That said, Pi, I spent this weekend putting up some of my artwork in the house. So my ground floor is a big open living room, and there's an open loft above it. So there's a dividing wall that's maybe 4 feet tall. Yeah. And I use that to hang some of my huge Star Trek posters. So as you walk in, you see huge Star Trek posters, another huge Star Trek poster, my Klingon poster on the one angle wall. On the other angle wall is my TNG poster. And I realized I need 2 more posters to finish off the room. So I'm searching for 2 more interesting Star Trek posters. And I'm torn. I saw a really good one for Picard Season 1, but it's small. It's only 18 by 24. That's the one with the dog, because, dog. And the other one is the Season 3, which is good. I mean, it's got headshots of everybody, and most interestingly, it's got Shaw in it. And that's a big one. And then I need 2 more Pacific Rim posters to finish off my hallway. My hallway is all Pacific Rim. Family pictures, you ask? Pictures of my family? I actually have a bunch of them, but I haven't decided what to do with them yet. Probably I'll put them up in my bedroom. Yeah, I agree, but I think that was part of his work then with the pit bull rescue groups he was working with. And it's fine. I know, I feel so bad too. Can I indeed? Excellent. Excellent. Yeah, I saw that the bot took out one of the people who decided to advertise while they were on my channel yesterday. Yeah, I really thought that in the end he would come back to his dog, but he didn't. But at least he left the dog with somebody to take care of it. He didn't just abandon it. My dogs were, of course, rightfully upset because, pit bulls. I will say, though, that at his age, getting a pit bull as a full-time dog is maybe not the best move. Though they can be total cuddle bunnies, they get super energetic. And Fifi dislocated my pinky 2 weeks ago. That was really fun. She dislocated my wrist a few months ago and dislocated my thumb. Just because she pulled on the leash and didn't have the leash in quite the right position. And there was a squirrel or a bunny. And of course, we are required to go chase them. All right, Chris, what have you got on the Chris list today? Yeah, it does. It does. I was really happy because I've had a few people coming in here and just putting up there, hey, we can help you get more likes and follows and all that stuff. And it's really annoying. And sometimes they'll get hit with 3 or 4 in a row. Now if I could find a way to better block people who come in and then decide to campaign to sell their stuff. Which I don't mind if it's something I'm interested in and we keep it off the air. That works really, really well. And then they start spamming other people in my channel. Which premium T6 should I get from this year's event campaign? That's a good question chosen. First choice, of course, is Connie 3. Okay, I'll have to think about which words were getting used. I might get the Shrike, just because I want the Shrike. Or it could be like every other year and I don't use anything until later in the year. But this year you get all of them. That is a really good question. I could just ping you one of these days, Pi, and we could actually chat. Well, you have the Connie 3, so that gets to be harder. It would be a lockbox ship that was not available starting in this year. Yep, me too. I'm spending some time. I'm going to do one day of personal stuff, and I'm going to help a friend start working on his martial arts school on one day, which is going to be fun doing that remotely. But he's a 4-hour drive away, much as I'd like to go down there and help him out. I'd have to find a place to take the doggos with. Protostar, no. No, I won't do the Protostar. World Razor, yeah, that might be a good choice. I don't know about a Stargazer. It's a nice ship in canon, but it really doesn't have that much, in my opinion. Yeah, anyway, so you've just got spacey damage? Really? Good morning, Cliff. Cliff is here. No profanity, everybody. Take care, Pi. I will talk with you this weekend. Ping me on Facebook and we can chat. I think that's one of the things I miss with Von Marcus. Is I would get these mystery messages at 2 in the morning. Mom, you left the stream running. Gosh darn it! I'm trying to get everybody back to not dropping bad words all over the place. Yeah. So did I ever tell you guys about when Ed ran into some personal and financial woes, which would be the year I moved here, 2021, because I was biking to work. And we had to connect by phone, so my son updated our plan to get the $15 a month remote calling, or not remote calling, but calling overseas. So it would be dirt cheap for me to call Ed. Except the phone company didn't put it into effect. So after the first month, my son gets the phone bill and he goes, Mom, they charged me $1,500 for this month. And I literally fell off my bicycle because I was biking home. It took him 7 months to get it figured out. Because, I was calling Ed and chatting 3 or 4 times a week for an hour plus. Thank goodness it was summer, but at one point Ed had no electricity. He had no anything. He had the apartment only on forbearance because his landlord understood what was going on, but that was it. He actually had no food, and he couldn't, because he couldn't get around, couldn't get to the bank, so I couldn't send him money to his bank, and literally had to wind up mailing him cards with euros in that because he couldn't get to a bank to convert money. So I had to go to a local bank, find a place that sold euros, and I'd get him a couple of euros at a time, send him over so he could have food. And then somebody in the German group over there helped him get everything organized correctly with the pension and all the benefits he was entitled to, but hadn't gotten set up. So after like 6 months, he finally had electricity, he had food coming in, he finally got back to some level of health care. But to this day, that $1,500 phone bill just is like... And I think I can talk about that because Ed's not with us anymore, and he won't be embarrassed about what happened. But guys, and ladies, if you ever get into trouble, drop your pride and ask for help. Just, you can keep it secret. I didn't tell anybody while this was going on, except my son, because I needed his help. And we finally got everything organized for him. But we can help other people too. Edith Keeler. Got to remember that. Let me help. Okay, let's do some spacey stuff. Chris, I'm going to send you an invitation. What have I got? I have Zenkethi ships and Tholian ships. How would you feel about with anything? If you come into a situation, Chris, where you need help and you're embarrassed because you did something like didn't take care of whatever, you didn't set up your pension right, you need medical benefits and you need somebody to step up and help you out with some advice or legal or a short-term little loan, or you're not getting enough food, share the news. You don't have to share it with everybody, but goodness gracious, don't suffer. Good morning, Mr. Dave. Anyway, I was sending Chris an invitation here. Would anybody else like to join us? Would Zenkethi Front work for you, Chris? And if not, that's okay. I can take care of it later. Or does anybody need to do any endeavors, anything like that? Or dailies, or Operation Riposte? Okay. Well, I'm going to queue us up here for Zenkethi Front, because that will do my 5 Zenkethi ships. Excuse me, 10 Zenkethi ships. 3, 5, 10, numbers. We are queued. It's one of those numbers, Cliff. They're all numbery. Okay, so Chris is bringing the Stargazer there for you. Chosen, you can see what that one will do. And after Zenkethi Front, I'm going to go run down and put some more coffee in the coffee cup. Okay, that works out really well. I will probably switch to one of the other accounts for the next one and see what needs to get done on those. So we have the 4-day weekend coming up here in the States for a lot of us. So I'm jamming as much stuff as I possibly can in over 4 days to, quote, relax, close quote. So it's show Friday morning. Immediately head over to the woods with the dog. Gets back, do something with the dogs. Jump out and run to IKEA and pick up some of the furniture, and then run to something else that's in that same town and take care of that. And then go see the doctor over there, and then go deal with some paperwork over there. Oh, Chris, once I get finished with work on Friday, I'm off for 9 days. Gosh darn you, Chris. Oh, okay. Yeah, it's special here, Chris, for me. Well, no, I'm going to go take hopefully, what's 30 times 365? Oh, I always overdo it, and then, the holiday's over with, and I'm just burned out. I'm planning on a 10,950-day vacation coming up really soon. I did ask a calculator. As I was saying earlier, every single conversation with Frost or my son or a couple other people I know, it's like, you can retire. Well, this is being very slow to load. Spacey damage. Mr. Dave, I wouldn't be able to afford to do it if my mother-in-law hadn't left. Actually, if my mother-in-law's second husband hadn't left a large estate to her, and she left it to her sons, and my husband left me his. My boss will never be able to retire at this point. Though, actually, that's probably not true, Mr. Dave, because you've been working continuously for most of your life, which means social will not be horrible when you retire. Weeboo, Chris? Okay. But I couldn't have done it on my own. But then again, if I didn't know I had this kind of money on which to retire, it probably would be a little different. No, Jonathan Frake's Twitter account got hacked. Well, you can, Mr. Dave. It's just, what are you willing to give up to do it? I mean, food, house, cars.
The time for battle is almost here. The Zinkethi are launching protomatter bombs.
Well, do you think Twitter's going to step up and fix it? Alright, so where are you, Chris? There's Chris right over there. Let's get a look at his stargazer, but all I'm doing is looking at me. Okay. Is that sarcasm, Chris? There is a bomb there if somebody would like it. Apparently I want it, which is not true. I sure don't. And I'm heading north. And so much for my 10 ships. Actually launch this thing. Yay! Speaking of things getting hacked, part of what we do at work involves a fair amount of internet security for some people, so we have a company that's helping us get everybody properly trained, and they're doing a great job of it. But at least once a week they send out a little phishing scam thing to see who bites. And people are getting really good about it. But yesterday I had to send out something regarding bank accounts. And almost all of them were like, hey, we got this weird message allegedly from you about, the checking accounts at work. And I said, yeah? Is it legit? Oh, Well, tell me why you think it might be legit. Well, I said, does it say hand the documents to me personally? Yeah. Oh. But there are some really good scammy emails out there. Especially from, oh, hey, this is your boss. I really need you to run out and buy some stuff for the team. I want to give them all gift cards from Apple. And I know it's a scam. I don't even consider it. But there's a part of me that's like, yeah, no, you're sitting right next to me. You could just ask. I never do that, but it's really tempting. Oh, we got bombed. This is not a tank. See if we can avoid getting blown up entirely. Nope. Alright, got 3 done. Hopefully we don't lose the base. Maths is fun. Maths does not suck. Do not speak badly of my beloved math. Let's see if this will work. Yeah, I'll put a dent in it. I got a bomb. Let's see what's left. Oh, not that direction. There we go. Oh my god, there's a Marissa. I have to send a message. I presume everybody knows about Marissa Picard, or whatever her name was. Let's see if I can do this and not die. Always trickier. No, don't die, Mom! Don't die! I'm gonna die before I can launch this thing. Launch bomb. Launch, please. Thank you, Chris. I like the philosophy here. No, you can't launch the bomb while you're firing weapons. Why not? There we go. Yay! Yeah, no, Cliff, that would mean actually putting the ship together correctly, which has not happened yet. Which I don't even know what ship I'm on here. Oh, it's the Mirror Gagarin, not my favorite ship. But I put it together thinking I was just going to level it and be done. Ha 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 ha. See if there's anything I can take out here. We'll keep them distracted for you, Marissa. So there was a Star Trek episode where I think it was Disaster, where Picard had to lead a group of couple of kids through the turbo lifts into safety. And one of them was a blonde girl named Marissa. And an acquaintance of mine who ran a Star Trek fanfiction website decided that she was the bomb in terms of characters. So he did a whole series on Marissa and the kids' crew. And this was, at some point, Picard adopted her, but she was really the princess of some planet, and this thing was just messed up. And nothing weird, just weird. I mean, nothing sexually weird. But if you ever see the Marissa Picard fanfics by Stephen Ratliff, I heartily recommend them in terms of sheer WTF-ery. So seeing a Marissa ship makes me laugh. Oh, am I flying the wrong way? No, that works better when I fly the right way. Seriously? We haven't gotten it below 90? There we go. Man, that thing is regenerating shields really quick. Let's see if I can get ahead of it and do something fun. Nope. That didn't help. Yeah, but in this fanfic, it starts out it's just a crewman's kid, and then they decide to create in one story, they create the kids' crew, which can back up the adult crew in an emergency, and then it turns out that she's really adopted, and she's the princess of some planet, and royalty, and it just goes on. I mean, there's like 15, 20 stories. She grows up, marries somebody, and then there's a whole series about her kids, and yada, 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 yada. You'll notice the words I'm using are weird and WTF-ery. You're not hearing words of high-quality writing. But much as I love you, Stephen Ratliff, his website had something like 900 original fanfics on there from people all over the world. So it was before things like An Archive of Our Own or even fanfic.net. He was posting stuff for people. And you could just go on and pick stories. Some were brilliant. Some were not. Yay! I have no idea how I did that. Let's see what that is. Yeah, back to there. There we go. Well, that was painful. What? Cliff says in the end she turns out to be God starting the second Big Bang. Are you serious? I never got that far in it. Well, this went bang, thank goodness. Good morning, Taz. How are you doing? Okay, we're going to take a super quick break. I'm going to run downstairs and grab a fresh... Oh, I thought you were serious, Cliff. And two, that means somebody else has read that. Oh my God. Okay, getting coffee. Be right back. I'm back, and I assume everyone can hear me again. And I have coffee. The important things of life. I have coffee. Let me jump to a different tune here. Hang on, stop that. Chris, I'm going to kick you so I can jump to a different tune. Different tune, not different team. Cough, facts, yeah. Let's see, we will try and see what Carl Pla has today. Nope, that's not going to work. There we go. And we're back. Let's see what Spoimler has. And we've got Plasma Damage, Borg TFO, and Gorn on Nimbus. Ooh.
The Dominion has asked the Alliance to send an expeditionary force into the outer reaches of their territory. The Herc aren't as numerous there, and we're hoping...
Yeah, I haven't seen Star Trek Discovery this year. Grumble. Not gonna happen. It might happen in the winter, when it's cold. What am I trying to do? Plasma damage. I wonder if I have any plasma on this ship. Oh, I do! Okay, that's all my plasma. Let's go back to some decent weapons here. We don't need that. Actually, let's do that one there. That one there. Okay. Yeah, some people like it. Some people like it, Drunken Heretic. I keep trying really hard to like it. And then they keep insisting that I must hate it by doing stupid. That said, though, Id sent me a message yesterday, and we talked about this last night. Much as I'm anticipating hating Starfleet Academy, mostly because young adult, ooh, we're at the Academy, premises are boring. But the first actress they've signed for it is Holly Hunter. Holly Hunter is a really good actress. Good morning, Swear. I have my own fan theory about the Breen, which is mine. Okay, we got a protostar. Hang on a second. Right there. Oops. There. Where'd you go? There you are. You're all flying around there. So there's the protostar, which is currently going for $1.3 billion on the exchange. If you decide you want to buy one, I think somebody picked one up and wanted to sell it too. Oh, Holly Hunter's good in everything, Cliff, and that's why I'm like, okay, so they're going to put in an actress who actually knows how to act. Maybe that's one reason I was kind of meh on Voyager is they had a couple of really good actors and actresses in it, and a couple of unknowns who were willing to learn how to be better. But if you do that, you have to do some seriously good script writing, which was inconsistent at best. All right. I have a Borg TFO. Does that work for you, Chris? Huh. Somar Hawkman, does that make the Breen... Okay, fine. I'll just say... have Onslaught just for fun. Unless somebody wants to join us. Let me clear that real quick. Does anybody want to join us for Hive Onslaught before I launch this? Great. Love to have you join us. Yeah, and you're one of the people I have in my very short friends list here. Anyone else? So here's my issue with Discovery using the brain, and probably the same issue I had with myself using the brain, is it already exists. Which means you're going to have to kind of manipulate them to fit in. At least Star Trek didn't have a whole lot of backstory for them, so you didn't have to do a little retcon. It depends on the extent of retconning you have to do. Breen didn't have a huge backstory, which is why I used them, and I bet that's why Discovery used them, so you can write a backstory. This was extensive and weird. Okay. Wee woo? Well, Chris, that's what I'm saying. They're not retconning. That makes it cool. That makes it more usable. As opposed to when they do go back and retcon things. The thing with the Breen is it's very open-ended, and it's the same reason I used them. Because they were already in canon, but nothing was known about them. Which leaves it as an open door. I just added a few subtle things like, well, why do you wear all that elaborate, headgear and breathers and all that other stuff? And my philosophy was, they're just messing with us. We're perfectly fine breathing your air, and no, we don't need temperature controlled. We just want you to think that. Well, I wrote the whole species to make it work that way. I like to make my species interesting. Well, one of these days, I still have my my Paramount Plus. I just haven't hooked up the TV. I've only been here 2 months. You actually want me to hook up my television? Oh! Well, that's an interesting one. I had never considered they weren't humanoids.
I am the collective.
I'm gonna get killed a lot in this one. Told ya! Oh! I didn't get damage. Cliff, there's a word that I don't think anyone has ever used to describe me, and that's lazy. Spoiler here, yeah, he might be a little on the lazy side. Oh, I have no room in my inventory. Okay, well, maybe all this will get off my screen then. Pew pew, I'm helping. I will admit though, lately, get done with the end of the night show, doing some other work, and I will just hit here doing, there's a term for it, when you're just doing the scrolling through the short videos and your brain's rotting. Hello, bye gamer. We shouldn't have you all. Thank you, Chris. Thanks, my Hawkman. Yes, they will go bye-bye in just a moment.
Your efforts are futile. Destroy this vessel, and I will claim another.
My launch logo. So I've noticed this mouse is kind of meh, so I bought a new mouse to replace it, which was really eh.
Eternal! This is not the end.
But it's close enough. Oh, I'm sure he needs some marks. Yes, I know. I need to clean the inventory. Well, let us make Bye Gamer go bye-bye here. As soon as I get out and get my mouse back. So if anybody has any recommendations for a good gaming mouse, I prefer wired to... This is the end until next time. Correct, Mr. Dave. Okay, that's that. And there we go. All done and reported. Yay. Oh, perfect. Oh, we got another one. Thank you, Siri Bot. If you know which one, Mr. Dave, send me a number. I'll get it. I picked up a new, what did I get? A Rocket, which is what I've got for my keyboard. Which, my keyboard's fine too, but... Yep, I put in that bot to ban bots, which I think is just humorous. Where are we at? We're at 6:52. Yeah, my original $5 on sale Office Max mouse worked great for years. And then I got another good one, dirt cheap, that was being closed out by Amazon. And I had that forever till I literally wore it out. And since then I've been buying better mice. And they're not as good. Interceptor DSB1. Okay, I'll take a look at that one. So this one that I went back to is, it's not a Tesla, but it's whatever it is. It's got a T for a logo. Probably a dragon. That's how my mice are. I got time for one more. Would you guys like to do a really quick ISA? Okay, I'll cue that up really quick here. Weeboo. So I need to set up the office, which means I need to buy new stuff. I need to buy the new mouse. I need to set up the cameras and all that other stuff. And Too much stuff to do. Oh, speaking of stuff to do, if you are in the Starfleet Strike Group, we have projects running on the dipships from Chicago and Screaming Leaders if anybody needs to burn some marks. We've got some upgrades going on. Or if you want to get rid of expertise. We had both open yesterday. I haven't looked this morning. But we're trying to get those two going, then we'll get Gerhard Prime running. So if you need to burn marks, we're trying to make it available for you. I'm not doing it. Lexers is running all of this. Lexers is just totally staying on top of this for us. So I can do what I'm doing. So let's see what we've got here. Dipships. Colony is looking for energy credits and lithium. Energy credits and lithium. Medical officers, and I think the other one is K-13 he had going. K-13's just looking for that. And what's the other one? Screaming Leaders. We'll have to wait for after this.
Additional data is available.
Just keep an eye on those for the moment because we're trying to keep those projects running. And shout out to Lexers for doing a fantastic job keeping everything going in the fleet so I can do other things or pretend to do other things while I'm being lazy.
Probe is closing in on a trend. Destroy it.
Yeah, so swear I now have my two accounts. I've got two of Ed's old accounts that he and I put together. And I discovered I had access to them, so I'm enjoying that. Wow, that's going super fast today. But that means there's 60-some tunes, and doing the lithium and refining it on all the accounts and all the tunes is sucking up a lot of energy and time. So I'm afraid I'm going to have to buy out his two other accounts and make them lifer accounts so they auto-refine, but then I still have to go through and try and figure out a way to harvest that much lithium every single day. So none of this mom's lazy stuff. All right, it's a few minutes early, but I will get out of here a few minutes early. Yesterday I wasn't on because I got home from class super late and slept in a bit and thought I'll go to work a few minutes early. And I'll get in, I'll go get myself a coffee. And I thought, well, I'll take a different route in, only to discover there is a school on the way to work on this route on a 2-lane road. And every bus that turns in has to have a police car stop traffic in both ways to turn in. So my getting in early turned into my, was there 5 minutes early. Thanks, Mr. Dave. Hey, think of it the other way. When I pass, I'm going to have to make sure you guys take care of my multiple accounts. Lucky you. I will bequeath them to you. And you will have to run them forever and ever. I now know why nobody told me to take that route. Everyone's like, oh, you can take this back road here, here, here. Yeah, now I see why. All right, everyone, we are going to get out of here. We'll be on tonight. I think I'll be on tonight. That's the game plan. I'll be on tonight. I know I'm not usually on Wednesdays, but what the heck. So have a wonderful day. And as we say around here, stay moopsome.